Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik's trusted aide, V Pandian, has now officially joined the BJD. The BJD had been charting a plan to bring on board the former IS officer and the 2000 batch IS officer who sparked several controversies and has been accused of even violating the service rule, had taken voluntary retirement from government service in October this year, and now as expected he has joined the BJD. Let's go across to Saurabh for more on this. And Saurabh, this is, on expected lines as we've been mentioning. And Mr. Pandian, somebody, as you have been covering Odisha for a while, everybody knows he's somebody who's been very powerful for several years now in the government as an authority there in Odisha. It's expected he will be the number 2 in the party.
Well, this is, of course, along expected lines because Mr. Pandian quit the IAS, the Indian Administrative Services, in October this year. And it was speculated that he would in some sort take the political plunge. And his joining the political party of Mr. Naveen Patnaik, the incumbent Chief Minister, is being seen as his official political plunge in Odisha. Now, obviously, Mr. Pandian is someone who's enjoyed a very, very close relationship with Naveen Patnaik, who's one of the longest serving chief ministers in India. And his position was, of course, somewhat consolidated when, after his resignation from the IAS, he was made in charge of the 5T program, which is one of the flagship programs of the Naveen Patnaik government in Odisha, and was given a cabinet minister rank. Now, of course, he's joined the BJD, the Biju Janata Dal, which Mr. Naveen Patnaik heads. And Mr. Pandian's joining the Biju Janata Dal is being seen as, his official entry into politics of the sort. But also, Mr. Pandian has recently concluded a, whirlwind sort of tour of Odisha with, 30 districts. Of course, it wasn't a continuous tour, but he kept visiting all these districts. And at that time, many had speculated that perhaps he would be officially, taking the plunge into politics. And that has now happened, one can say, with Mr. V Pandian joining the Biju Janata Dal or the BJD in Odisha now.
Right, and sort of also, it's interesting, he's somebody who, as we've been mentioning, someone who's had a huge amount of authority in the state for a while now, and is expected to play a key role in upcoming elections in 2024 and, have a huge, a very powerful position in the party. But he's not from Odisha, he is from Tamil Nadu. What's interesting is that his wife, though, is an Odia. So tell us a bit more about that.
Yes, his wife is also a bureaucrat, and of course, Mr. Pandian is someone who is, like you said, 2000 batch IAS officer. He began his career as an IAS officer in the districts, and that, of course, was soon catapulted into a very powerful position after he became, the private secretary to Mr. Naveen Patnaik in the CMO, the Chief Minister's office. And since then, of course, he's grown in strength and had almost become, the sole intermediary between the Chief Minister and the party, the Chief Minister and the government. And he was, of course, someone who was seen as to be in sync with the scheme of things, often, the communicator of the Chief Minister's messages. In fact, in several rallies that he's held or these visits to the district, he has, performed that role of bringing Naveen Patnaik's message. So in a way, he's seen as Naveen Patnaik's eyes and ears for a long, long time. The most trusted aide, someone who emerged as perhaps the sole intermediary between Mr. Patnaik and, in the government as well. So yes, there was always speculation that at some point he would make that shift from, bureaucracy to politics. And the timing, of course, was a matter of speculation. But his joining the BJD, like I said, is something that is seen as the official plunge into politics for Mr. Pandian. Of course, he's still the trusted aide of the Chief Minister, Naveen Patnaik, who remains the figurehead of, and the head of the BJD. Of course, Mr. Naveen Patnaik's father, Biju Patnaik, is the figurehead of the BJD, the Biju Janata Dal, is named after him. Naveen Patnaik is one of the longest serving chief ministers, and Mr. Pandian has been by his side all these years. And politically, anyone who covers Odisha politics knows that, if Mr. Pandian said something, it came from Naveen Patnaik.
Right.